Hello and welcome to today's video from the estate on July the 16th, 2026, a day before the World Cup final, which, as we know, is Argentina versus Spain. Now, we all know Trump cannot stand Spain. He believes Spain ruined their chances of winning the war with Iran, which is just complete and utter baloney, because you can't win against Iran. But let's get back to the game. We all know Trump interfered in at least 2 games in the World Cup. One with Argentina, even though it wasn't said directly that he was tampering with the rules and the regulations, but he did for the American football player, that Balogun, didn't he? Got his red card deferred for 12 months. The only time ever it's ever happened. And it's caused uproar with all the other football associations like the FA, UEFA, the CONCACAF in South America, the Middle East Football Association. And we all know he's best friends with the Argentine president, Milei, allowing him to turn up with his ornamental chainsaw, you know, and then presenting one to Elon Musk, and the pair of them thought it was they thought they was loggers, didn't they? They thought they was professional tree cutters, a pair of cranks. And that Milei, wow, he was up Donald Trump's he's deaf and dumb. I'll leave it yourself to figure out what that means. But yeah, he loves President Milei, and if Argentina win, he'll be there handing out the trophy and the medals, and he'll probably end up on the pitch with them celebrating. I mean, he can't run, but he'll be there, I reckon, celebrating. He'll be giving speeches, saying how great Argentina is and how great President Milei is. And this is what happens to people who go against Trump, like Sanchez. They just become losers. Not to mention that Trump's a loser. I mean, he's not won nothing since he came to power. You know, he's introduced a few bills. He's been responsible for putting ice in cities, killing people, the police killing people. But I'm digressing here, because I want to get back to the football. After 90 minutes, if Spain win, Trump won't be there to hand out the trophy. Now, I'll put money on it. If anyone wants to put a comment in the box, I will put money on it. And at least half the world wants Spain to win. They believe Argentina are only in the final by default because Trump interfered. Yeah, even the game against Egypt, look what happened there, eh? How can Argentina in that game have an Argentinian referee? You know, and then you've got Messi, FIFA's golden boy. I mean, he's basically won the golden boot, hasn't he? Eh? The only thing he's not won, the golden boot. And maybe, just maybe, he might win it, you know. So what do you think's going to happen in the game? Eh? I reckon you're going to see a red card for Spain. They're going to take them down to 10 men, and they're going to do everything they can to stop Spain from winning. And it's unreal, isn't it? Eh? For them to do that. But they will. And God help the uproar. But Trump's not minded about uproar. He's tampering with oil prices. You know, he's killing innocent civilians in Iran. is allowing the GCC countries to take the punishment that he should be taking. Well, not him, but his armed forces. And it won't be long now before Trump's got nowhere to turn to and nowhere to hide. And at the end of this game, that's what I think he'll be doing, hiding. He won't be capable of handing out a trophy to Spain and winners' medals. It will kill him, because as far as he's concerned, Spain are finished. They finished in NATO, they finished in Europe, they finished everywhere, according to Trump. But anyone with half a brain knows that. That's just BS. But he'll try. He'll try his best to interfere, you know. I bet you he would have even direct communications with the referee. Can you imagine it? Hey, Trump on the earpiece to the referee. Yeah, that was a foul. And then the referee just agreeing with Trump, you know. Maybe the referee thinks he won't be getting out of America unless he does as he's told. You know, he might end up in jail. He might end up deported to El Salvador, to one of them jails. I mean, I'm going a bit extreme there, but, you know, I reckon the referee will be terrified. In fact, I don't think a referee will want to do the game, but he will have to. And I do think that Trump will spit his dummy out if Spain win. He won't want to do any ornamental stuff like medals, trophies, you know. Don't forget, they're not going upstairs to get the medals like you do in England. It's going to be on the pitch, and Trump's going to be there. Or is he? Eh? He's going to send someone else, like J.D. Vance. Eh? J.D. Vance, whoa, did you hear him the other day with Joe Rogan? Eh? Well, in Iran, we've got the crazies and the pragmatists. We did the MOU with the pragmatists. So when we started getting oil out the Gulf, which is a lie, the crazies didn't like it. So they put a stop to the MOU. But just let me say this. The crazies must be pragmatists if they think the pragmatists are going to go crazy. And the same for the pragmatists. They're not going to go crazy just to make the crazies feel better. So again, the crazies and the pragmatists is just another form of BS, because they have to make it look like Iran's responsible, just like he'll have to make it look like the ref was responsible for the red card for Balogun, which we all know it wasn't. The guy should never play football again. He should be barred for 3 games, international games. And as far as I can remember, how many goals did he score in England when he played in the Championship? 4. 4 goals. The goalie scores more goals than that. But that's just me having a bit of a laugh. Now, I don't want this spectacle, this World Cup spectacle, to be ruined by the likes of Donald Trump. But he will ruin it, like he ruins everything. He doesn't care if it does. You know, the man's a complete and utter narcissist. You know, the owner, and that, you know, that pool that is made in Washington. Maybe you should sit at the side of that staring into it, and hopefully he'll fall in and joss it. I doubt it, you know, because it stinks and he won't want to go anywhere near it. But you never know. Anyway, the football is going to be a game and a half. We all know that Argentina can play. I mean, the game against England, they slaughtered England. But England, with their own downfall, you can't defend for 30 minutes. And then while you're defending, you can't then substitute two of your players that go forward for two players that stay back, because that just confirmed that you've now got to defend for at least another 20 minutes. And you just can't do it. No team can do it. No matter how good you are, you ain't defending for 20 minutes. England tried it. And don't forget, Argentina, they hit the post twice. How many times did you need to be that close, yeah, to go in 2-1 down without trying to get the ball out? They had 11 men behind the ball, and to me, I was disgusted with them. And that Thomas Tuchel, he made some good decisions, you know, but during that game, wow, he doesn't deserve to be the English manager no more. And maybe other people will get petitions for the FA demanding his resignation. But what we're going to do without him, eh? He is a good manager, but he's also a bit of a loser. And the way he behaved in that game could have been bought off. Trump could have actually bought him off, you know, just put defenders on. I mean, what did Argentina do? Boom, five substitutions. Of entire midfield was changed. And within 5-10 minutes, they had England under the cosh. And I was devastated, along with my family, the street. Everyone was in the garden, TV's out watching it, and you just heard the despair in everyone's voice. And after them substitutions, I didn't even want to watch it, but we had to, because, you know, if we'd have got through it, wow, that would have been history in the making. But again, if we was to play Spain in the final, Spain will slaughter us, because you don't have time to close them down. Before you can close them down, the ball's gone. You know what I mean? And Argentina, their team is like it's not on its last legs, but it's like its last World Cup for that team, or at least most of them. And I don't want to see Argentina win, especially after making political statements at the end of the game about the Falkland Isles. Los Malvinas, they are Argentinian. No, they're not. They're English. They're English because we've had them hundreds of years. And I won't go back to invasions. And then, if everyone remembers Top Gear, when they did the tour through Argentina, and they ended up having to get out of there as quick as they can because they was going to get done in. And it would have been the same if England won that game. There would have been uproar outside that stadium. But again, let's wait for the final. Everyone can get a decent seat in front of the TV and we can watch it, and we'll all be hoping and praying that Spain win. If they do, wow, what a relief. You know, it will actually prove that there was no interference in the game. But I can't see there being none. Trump doesn't care. Trump is just the biggest liar on this earth. He thinks that anything he says goes, and it doesn't. But that will be the end of the World Cup, I reckon. You know, we've got it where in Europe, Portugal, Spain and France, that will be a spectacle. if people have not lost faith in it, which I think they will do. I think after this game, Spain play football like no one ever seen before. You know, tiki-taka, one-touch football, boom, get the ball, boom, it's there to the next man. And they will make the Argentinians run out of steam within minutes. Well, within at least 60 minutes. And they can change, they can throw 5 subs on again, you know. But what are they going to do? They're just going to be treated to the same spectacle, one-touch football, whereas Argentina can't play that. But I will give Argentina the due. The wingers, exceptional. The defence, exceptional. And the goalkeeper, Martinez, plays for Aston Villa. He's unreal, you know. I've seen some of the saves he's done over the last few years, and he deserves to be in the Argentinian team. But anyway, let's see what happens with Donald Trump and Spain. And in fact, will he allow Sanchez to even enter America? Eh? The chances are he might not. You know, I don't like him, so he's not coming. That's his attitude, isn't it? Sanchez, oh, I hate him. He can't not let us use our bases. Yeah, but he did. Yeah, but he's going to suffer now. Well, let's see. Anyway, peace out. Spain, give it everything. Argentina, give it everything. Make the game worthy of a World Cup final. And make sure Trump doesn't get anywhere near the earpiece for the referee, because if he does, that'll be it. Anyway, take care. This is just a short video about the World Cup final, and I will speak to you soon. And I'm sorry I've not made any videos lately. I've not been well. Feeling a bit better, and I'm ready to start making videos. But by the same rule, there's nothing to make videos about, you know. So let's take it from there. All the best, my friends, and I will see you soon.